Well, hey folks, I've decided to try this helicopter out for the very first time. I thought this would give me a bit more power going over the, well, I remember I'm just going to change the weather so it's not so icy. But I've decided to give this helicopter a little go today. I want to see how this goes and how I can fly it. It might even have autopilot, so we might be able to even fly in autopilot mode, so that would be great. But let's just fly it, let's just see how it goes, and we'll go over the... I'll see if I can go outside, just have a look outside. Oh, do I jump out or not? Interesting. That is rather interesting. I thought I could... I can definitely open up all the doors and stuff. Anyway, I better close these all up, and this does look like a really nice helicopter. It'll be interesting to see how this thing flies with my preset. I might have to change it, I do not know, so we'll give it a go. Fly over the Kundungla Pass, which is, I think, how you pronounce it, which is the highest, one of the highest passes in the world. What we might do is we might try and fly this like it is a plane. We'll try and just disregard that, folks. I might need to go into my settings and just make sure I've got the right controls for this. I think I have it now. Hold up. One more time, folks. There is a bit of just a... That's what I want. Right, we'll try and taxi out like a helicopter, right? We'll use that runway. Does this have a handbrake? That's the next question I'm going to ask myself. Brakes. Is there a handbrake on this plane? I was gonna... What's my joystick button for this? Number 9, so that sounds about right. I don't have to do this, do I? Oh, too much. I think this is how you take off with these helicopters. You do need to use it a bit like a runway, so... Oh. Slowly getting that airspeed up. It's not a bad helicopter actually. I'm not a helicopter connoisseur. I've only just recently got into helicopter flying, but this seems to be alright. It's the reason why I decided to use this is I feel like it's got a bit more speed and power, so we'll be able to get over these mountain passes. And we'll go up over this highest motorable pass in the world into the Nubra Valley. We'll go up one of the arms that takes you to the Siachen Glacier, which is it's one of the largest glaciers in the world, and it's also one of the highest active, not war zones, but it's one of the highest like active military posts in the world. So go check it out. But we're in bright orange. We're not in camouflage today. We're in bright orange just in case we cross the border here. We're just a civilian aircraft potentially rescuing someone. Could be a science crew. We'll go with that. A science crew on this flight today. And what do these do? Better not play around with stuff I don't know. Right, I'm going to speed this game up a bit. Following this road all the way up, which is the road that I did in the in real life. Get these nice sweeping views over the Indus Valley into Leh. And as I mentioned before, this is where I got the only time I did get altitude sickness was coming up over this mountain here. Well, they're not really called mountains, they're called passes up over the saddle here. But as you can see, this road just weaves up and down this mountain face, and it's not depicted in this game, but these are very steep drop-offs. A lot safer than other roads, but definitely not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. But I'm enjoying flying this helicopter. It's really nice. It's got a nice feel to it, this aircraft. Definitely handles this a lot better than when we were in the other helicopters. And we're going to be going up and over this, right over the highest part of the road here. So we have your little chai tea as you hit the top, and hopefully you're not snowed in, and off down the other side there. And we'll open up our little flight tab and just see where we are going to go. So these are two valleys here. We'll go up. This is the one that takes you up to the Siachen Glacier, and then we'll skirt along here, and then we'll probably come back down the other side and maybe we'll land at this airport here. Tiois, however you pronounce it. Right, let's focus on this and let's do some exploring, eh? I'm going to speed it up a bit. But yeah, there's just so much to explore with this. So many little ridges and mountains, mountain gullies, whatnot. Definitely need to come here and explore more. Holy moly, what's going on here? Just basically did a backflip there. Anyway, we're regained control, thankfully. And let's just pretend nothing happened and we'll carry on. I think it's every time I touch this, actually, it's... Right, I'm going to speed it up. Let's go exploring, eh? Interesting that. I wonder what's causing that to happen. Beautiful valley, isn't it? I mean, it's dry, it's desolate, it's basically a desert. You wouldn't think that being such a cold, and I mean, it's a place of extremes. In the summertime it gets really, really warm and dry. In the winter time it's the exact opposite up here. Little in the way of like rainfall. Most of the water comes in the form of just the high altitude, just air condensing and freezing and falling as snow on the mountaintops there, and the continuous flow of water as an ice that melts and slowly feeds its way through into these valleys here. Yeah, this helicopter is very interesting. It sort of goes from one extreme to the other. I do have time acceleration on just to make this go a bit faster, but maybe it's the time acceleration it doesn't agree with. I do not know. But yeah, it's definitely definitely for the most hardiest out here to survive. Be it your different kinds of mountain goats and those sort of animals. And around, I can't remember if I went up this valley or I went down this valley, but I do remember it's very famous for its deserts around here. There's like basically like sand dunes and deserts, and there's a native breed of camels that lives in these areas, which is quite, I saw one in real life and it's quite cool to see that. But this is a lot better in 2024 than 2020. Just the scenery is really nicely done. We might try and land on the glacier actually. We'll just pretend that we're dropping off people onto the glaciers and we'll explore a little bit. Just trying to get the altitude up, because it's very subtle the way it rises up like that. But yeah, I believe around here that's actually like basically sand dunes around here. It is a cool helicopter flyer. I think there might be the odd bug in this helicopter, I do not know, but it seems pretty stable. Definitely built for this sort of high altitude performance, I can imagine. Slowly getting our way into the beginnings of the glacier. This would be all, I mean in the winter time this will be all frozen, but this does look like it's still gravel and streams, I mean this is all Big One River, but lots of water channels within this riverbed, and this might be the actual beginnings of the glacier now. I can imagine this probably would be frozen. It's very interesting when you go inside like that. That's very interesting. That when I went inside, that's when the helicopter started doing its silly thing there, so very bizarre that. Very interesting, isn't it? Like, I do not know why it's doing all of this silly It says my battery's off, so I do not know why that is. Seems to be going a bit better now, but it's still doing this, all of this silly stuff here. See, what's this all about? What is this all about? I don't know why that's doing that, because we were doing so well. Oh, don't want to have the autopilot on. Going to try and find, because apparently my battery isn't on according to this, so I'm going to try and find the battery button wherever that would be. Let's see what happens now, eh? And we are definitely on the glacier, I reckon. Let's see if that's fixed it. So far so good. Now let's get to this glacier, eh folks? And let's get up to this glacier and we might just call it at that. Looks like a bit of generic texturing around here. I do believe that where we were, that's definitely the beginning of, you know, glaciers. You know how sometimes glaciers are quite dirty and like covered in dust and stuff. It's this lower bit that you don't think is a glacier, but it actually is part of the glacier. But we come around this corner here, then we are definitely getting into the glacier itself. Here we are, the longest glacier in the world, I do believe. The Siachen Glacier. With this helicopter that does not seem to be wanting to do anything correctly. Just got it under control. I believe that will be my friend's last words. I was just thinking here, is it the altitude? And it shouldn't be the altitude because we were quite high before and it's all under control before I went aside, and that's when it seemed to do, that's when things started to go wrong. We'll just go up to here and we'll just follow that. This helicopter is not having fun, that's for sure. It is not happy. Mind you, I probably don't know because it's so cold and so high and very little oxygen up here, but I mean, we have that pass, which is 70,900, so I do not understand why this helicopter is just doing all these silly things at the moment. Right, I think the helicopter wants to go back home, so we'll go back home, okay? What we will do is we will land on the glacier though. some samples. If I can just get it to start. Oh man. This is difficult. Module like this probably be like right at its edge of its operating limits. Yeah, that's us. We'll just drop down like that in amongst the rocks. Passengers can now come out of the helicopter or into the helicopter, whatever, either or. I'm in amongst the boulders here, and we will. Oh, let's get to that. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have my time compression on, so that shouldn't be a issue. Let's try this again. Alright, let's try this again, eh? Hopefully we can get back to Lay. We'll come back to that next time, folks. We'll just get this tomorrow. Really isn't having a good time, is it? I really sort of focused last week. It's very nice to see that's very sad. I really enjoyed this, and then I went inside and then I did that backflip, and then ever since then it hasn't been. It seems like it seems to be doing alright now. Maybe he knows he's going home and it's like, oh, thank goodness for that. He seems to be getting a bit more stable again. Maybe this helicopter knows something we're doing like that. Maybe that glacier is winter and we're not supposed to be there. Maybe it's not a helicopter graveyard and there's some spirits that were awakened and he's like, probably not going to be a part of that anymore. Look, he seems to be going well now. I mean, there's a few little hiccups there, but maybe that was the case. Anyway, we explored that other little valley up into towards the how you pronounce it. will land at my airport, and that will be us, I think, because this is not having a good time, that's for sure. Seems to be now, I think that might be the reason, is the time compression is on and it seems to not enjoy that, which is just a bit of a shame. Like, time compression is there as a tool and it helps you to speed things up if you don't have time to do lots of flying, but I honestly feel like developers could cater for that. They could be at least 2 times, they could be allowing the aircraft to be able to perform like that, but for some reason like I had it at 2 times before and it was doing okay, but for some reason something's happened and getting a bit stable now, but yeah, I just don't understand that. But anyway, just appreciating this stunning scenery. Definitely didn't get this far in my travels because this is, and here we go. I just don't know why it does that. Don't know why it does that. It's just like having a complete meltdown, which is a shame. Which is a shame in many aspects, I think. I mean, this is the premium edition, and this has happened again in 2020. We bought these premium edition aircraft which were full of bugs, and that's one of the biggest things, is you think you're trying to go for the best quality, but you end up with no quality, which is, it's just, I understand trying to get things out in the deadline and whatnot, but I definitely feel like, yeah, that's pretty cool. You're up there. I get the feeling that you can rush things out, but you should still have quality controls, that quality aspects that you must meet, and if a plane is full of bugs, why do you rush them out? I do not know why it's doing this. I don't, like I said before, everything went well when we went over that. It's not the altitude because it went really smoothly over that pass there, which is 17,000 feet, but it just seems to just not want to fly properly. Why does it do that? Why does this helicopter just have to do silly things like that? I do not understand. Anyway folks, I think I might end it at that. We did explore a lot through here anyway. We've already done this with the previous helicopter in 2020. I don't really have much time for like business like this. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know how to fly these things, but I feel like there should be some sort of controllability aspect. But if there isn't a bug, then that's my error. But if there is, like I said, I feel like you pay top dollar for premium products, and when products don't work out of the box, I feel like that's a bit of a shame. Like I say, like, I'm a big user of sim rate compression. Like, it's a tool that makes the game, I mean, it just caters for all types of people from all walks of life who don't have ample amount of time in their day to, I just feel like if it's there, at least 2 times sim rate, all developers who make stuff should be able to be reaching that. Anyway, we'll just head on down. I'm going to sort of end it there. I'll carry on down, enjoy this beautiful view. But it just feels like it just wants to pivot up. It feels like, because I've got the trim down fully forward. Well, I assume it's fully forward, but it just seems to want to do silly things. I hope this gets fixed if it is a bug, because this is a really cool helicopter, and like I said, man, it's principle. We pay for these products to be fully operational and fully working. And if there is a bug, please let us know. If there is an aspect of operator error, then it would be cool to have some sort of some sort of like announcement or whatnot. Anyway, it seems to be under control. I just can't use my sim rate. But even then, it's still doing this. I just seem to can't get it into a nice and like smooth seems to not. I don't know why the power's not there anymore. Like before it was hitting that 150 knots without any issues whatsoever. Now it's just like, it's just struggling, mate. Anyway, I might see how far I can get with this. This is going to be a long flight, so I might just end it here, folks. I might just drop it down. maybe in this little, this looks like the community over here. I'll just check this out. Are those little houses over there? I think they are, so we will come on to that here, folks, so that will be us. I'm just going to drop it down there, and that will be us. Right, folks, thanks heaps for being a part of that little flight. We saw a bit of the valley here. We'll do this again with another yeah, we'll do another exploration around this area. Thanks heaps folks for being a part of that one, and we'll see you next time.